Should you be incorporating your own music in your sets, and can that help to gain popularity? Let's talk about that right now. This is Share the Knowledge. This is the Share the Knowledge podcast for DJs. Today's podcast is brought to you by Bandzoogle. All right, so this question is all about DJs who also produce and if it's necessary to produce. Now, I've talked about this before, and I think it's always interesting to touch on the subject. Let me read the question first. And the question is, some friends of mine say it's hard to be a DJ without creating your own music and incorporating your own music in your sets. Have you made your own music or found it necessary to do so to gain popularity? It also lets you stand out in a sense, I assume. But I want to hear your 2 cents. So, let me just state a couple of facts. If you want to be a DJ, you can just be a DJ, a person who plays music, and it does not have to be your own music. A DJ is not someone who has to play their own music. You're playing music to entertain a crowd, or you're playing at home and then you're just entertaining yourself, but you can play in front of people, make them have a good time by playing artists' music. It is a fact that producing music, or at least releasing music under your name, can help, especially if you play certain genres. So if we're looking at some of the electronic music and you look at the biggest festivals and all the biggest names, all those big names are that big because of the music they released, not because of their DJ skills. Not saying that they're all bad DJs. There's definitely good DJs in there as well, but their popularity comes from the music they release. So yes, it can help to actually gain popularity. And not just in electronic music, house music, it works in different genres as well, but it's not necessary. So if you feel you'd like to give that a shot, it could always be a good idea to at least try and have some music out, because we're living in a day and age where it's very easy to actually distribute your own music, because that was like a bit of a struggle if we go back like 10, 15 years, because you could make music, but then you would have to find a label. That label would have to sign you, they would distribute your music, and so on and so on. Nowadays, you can make music at home, and you can have that music online, and not just on SoundCloud, but on Spotify, iTunes, you name it, very easily. You do not need labels to do that. You can do that yourself. And there's all sorts of services you can use to get that music out there. So for instance, one of the services I used to use, and a lot of artists use that, is TuneCore. That's just one. And they make it possible for your music to be in all the online stores. You pay like $10 for a single. You have to pay that every year for every single you release. But that is an option. You place it, and within a week or two, it's going to be up. Now, there's definitely more services out there, and I actually just released 4 or 5 instrumentals that I have on my SoundCloud through SoundCloud, because SoundCloud also offers a service called SoundCloud Premier, and SoundCloud now allows you to monetize your own music, but it also has the option with SoundCloud Premier to distribute your music. So I've distributed, I think it's 4 or 5 songs now, beats, through SoundCloud Premier, and they're now on Spotify, iTunes, Tidal, you name it. So there's plenty of options to get your music out there. If you're interested in giving it a shot, you can give it a shot, try to make your own music. Now, if you're just not musical enough, or you don't really feel you want to get into actually learning how to make your own beats, you also have the option to just collaborate with a producer and just release the track under both of your names. Or some producers can also be paid off, and then their name is not on the record, on the title, and they're basically just a ghost producer, and it's just going to have your name on there. You have to decide what works for you. I personally don't really like that. If I'm going to let someone else produce a track and my name is on there, I'm going to have that producer's name on there as well. But that's up to you. But yes, it can help, but it's not necessary. It kind of depends on what genres you play and what your goal is as a DJ. If you just want to play in all the local clubs, production is probably not going to help a lot, but it could help. It could help you to gain some popularity, but it's not necessary. You just checked out a video clip from the Share the Knowledge podcast. If you want to check out the full episodes, make sure you click on the link in the description box down below. Full audio versions of the Share the Knowledge podcast for DJs are available on SoundCloud, Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, you name it. So links are in the description box down below. Check it out. If you're new to my YouTube channel, make sure you like the video, share the video, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future videos, and activate those notifications so you really don't miss out. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bandzoogle makes it easy to build a stunning website for your music in minutes. You can choose from hundreds of mobile-friendly themes and then customize your design and content in a few clicks with Bandzoogle's easy visual editor. Now, all the features you need for a professional website are already built in, including tools to sell your music and merch commission-free, mailing list tools to grow your fan list and send newsletters, and integration to pull in content from all your online services, including Twitter, Instagram, and SoundCloud. I use Bandzoogle to create the Share the Knowledge podcast website, and that was very easy. Bandzoogle plans start at just $8.29 a month and include your own free custom domain name. Now, if you want to try it out for free for 30 days, click on the link in the description box down below and be sure to use the promo code SHARE to get 15% off the first year of your subscription.